How the Human Eye Sees Colors and Light by Faith Hopperton. The eye requires several important parts for it to function. The parts we'll be discussing are the iris, lens, pupil, retina, optic nerve, and fovea. The retina has cells and rods that are sensitive to different colors of light. Rods are more sensitive than cones, however they are not sensitive to color. The retina is a layer at the back of the eye. The rods and cones in the retina convert light energy to signals that are carried to the brain by the optic nerve. There are 3 different types of color reception among cones. Since the perception of the color depends on the firing of these response curves, it shows that visible color can be mapped on a tristimulus values on the CIE chromaticity diagram. The optic nerve, located at the back of the eye, carries signals to the brain. It is also called the second cranial nerve. The lens works with the cornea to refract light. It changes shape to allow the eye to focus on light. The iris is where the eye gets its color. It's a flat ring-like membrane behind the cornea with the pupil in the center. The iris regulates how much light gets into the eye. Too much or too little light can harm vision. When the iris shrinks the pupil, there is too much light, and when it widens the pupil, there is not enough. That is an involuntary function that the brain controls. The pupil is an opening that allows light to come into the eye that is controlled by the iris. It works with the cornea to refract light. It looks black because light rays entering it are either absorbed by tissues inside the eye or absorbed after diffused reflections in the eye are mis-exiting the narrow pupil. The fovea has a very high concentration of cones which allow us to see color. It is located in the macula, which is roughly in the center of the retina. Its job is detail central vision, which allows us to see detail and do things like read. The electromagnetic spectrum is the range of all possible frequencies of electromagnetic radiation. Human eyes only respond to a small range of wavelengths from electromagnetic waves. These waves we can see are called visible light. Different wavelengths within that range are perceived as differences of color. When all the waves are seen together, they make white light. The characteristics of visible light are the same as when white light shines through a prism, creating a rainbow. Each color responds to a different wavelength of electromagnetic spectrum. Real-world connections. The traffic safety depends on the ability to detect immediate color changes like traffic lights in busy intersections. We also use visible light images to see clouds and predict the weather, like in this image here taken from the GOES satellite. Thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.